En die heb ik voor je. Pas het dan en gooi je. Schatje, heb die sojasaus. Wine op paranoia. Doe het met je S, S, S. Oeh, S, S. Doe het met je S, S. Bad girl for life. Follow en ik like. Totally gespiced. Don't believe my eyes. Bad girl like you. Weet wat je doet. Oh, ik loop. Bad girl for life. Bad girl Caribisch. Bad girl like Riri. Jij bent op Fenty.
So we are now en route to Harrogate. We're going to Stray FM, me and Sam. We've got a slot for 9:30, so we're going to talk to one of the journalists there. And we are basically going to do what we did in TNA and just talk about losing 10 stone. So, yeah. Say it's losing 10 stone.
Losing 10 stone.
Okay, come on in.
Okay, thank you.
Beautiful. Losing 10 stones going straight in here, Sam. Beautiful, Mr. Morgan. Yes. Okay, so.
Tell you what, just go throw this coat.
Okay, so we've just pulled up at Stray FM now. We're in Harrogate. We've got an interview in 10 minutes. I'm going to be promoting losing 10 stone. I'm just excited. Can't wait. Yes. This is what life is about. Is living life, mate. Not being a sheep for a company. Doing what you want to do. Yeah. So if anyone out there is in a dead ass job, follow your dreams, my man. Follow your dreams. Get him on camera, look. And then what you want to do. Hey mate, it's losing 10 stone at 9:30.
Come on in.
Thank you. So we've just got into the station now, radio station. We're about to go live very soon. Just waiting for a coffee. Sam, what drink are you waiting for, man?
Coffee.
Coffee. Billy's got a tea.
Cool.
Losing 10 stone. You're going somewhere. Really nice.
But don't worry about levels and stuff. Yeah, that looks good. Thank you.
Hello, beautiful.
Oh, have you done any interviews?
We did one at TNA.
Paper, didn't you? Yeah.
Not with this very nice equipment here. It was more. Yeah,
It was pen and paper.
it was pen and paper, old school. But we
And that's
adapted.
why my name ended up wrong on the
Yeah,
paper, didn't
yeah.
it?
Oh, did it a bit more? But yeah, that is the beauty of recording. I mean, my
Yeah.
shorthand's shot.
And we did a transformation, and I never documented it. And after I left McDonald's, I was training to be a personal trainer. And at the train station is where I met Sam. And I looked at him and I thought, this is my guy. This is a guy who I'm going to take on this transformation. But what we're going to do is we're going to document the full thing. We're going to go from the start base of his start weight, 27 stone. I'm going to take him the whole way through. And through that, it was, as well as the losing weight side, the thing that helped me drive and do what I wanted to do was my friend passed away just maybe a month or two before I met Sam, and it was at the train station as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, not at the train station I work at. It was a train incident.
Yeah.
So
that's what's just been driving me to go through with it, really. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of twofold, isn't it, in terms of the weightless. So yeah. So why do this? Why document it?
I think it's very important to document it so we can show other people who may be in Sam's position, whether they're heavier or lighter than Sam, that they can do it, and all they need is a bit of drive and motivation, and hopefully inspiration from seeing Sam try so hard and get him to the weight where he wants to be.
more than once. The first time he mentioned it to me, I thought, am I going to do it? Am I going to do it? Because I'm so big. Then the second time when he come again, I thought, no, this guy's keen, he's going to help me. I needed some reassurance to go and do it, because I don't think I could do it by myself, because I've not got the confidence to go and push myself and do that by myself. So basically the second time he come, I thought there's someone that believes in me that I can basically trust and keep going to the gym with. I've tried with friends before, but the trouble with friends is they start to go when they want to go, and you end up missing it because I'm pretty. In the past, I've been pretty nervous about going in the gym, mainly because of size and stuff. Probably a bit of like thinking people are looking at me type thing. I'm sure they're not, but that's just the image that I seem to get from that. So it's nervousness and then just feelings in your head that basically you think people are looking at you even though they're probably not, they're just doing their own thing.
Yeah. And so
I started to get some sharp stomach pains, so I knew before Christmas, before I met Kyle, that I'd have to do some kind of lifestyle change. When I met Kyle, it gave me the boost that I needed to progress. So from the end of January up until now, we've been working on both walking and sessions in the gym. We've basically so far in 6 weeks lost 2 stone, so we're getting somewhere with it, which is good. The overall goal is to get 10 stone off, which I think is possible. And the aim is to try and show people that if you're determined enough, it doesn't matter what size you are, you can actually go in there. You can meet someone like Kyle, they'll help you, and basically you don't have to be by yourself to lose the weight. You can have motivation, you can have people helping you, you can lose the weight. It doesn't matter what size you are, whether you're bigger than me, same size or whatever, you don't have to think people are looking at you, because they're more interested in what they're doing themselves than what everyone else is doing.
yeah, so it's a lot about confidence,
Yeah.
and what you're saying,
Yeah.
and having more confidence.
Definitely.
So how's it been going so far? It's been quite hard.
Yeah, I mean, week on week, I think I've progressed week on week. The first walk I did, I was quite out of breath and finding it kind of hard, because we went up an area called the Roman Road in Skipton. That was the first walk we did. And then the second walk we've done is, I call it the Salt and Pepper Pots, but they're not actually called that, they're called something else. That's in Colin.
Lund Tower.
Yeah, Lund Tower in Colin. And then yesterday we did a walk in Keighley. The walk in Keighley were probably the best walk so far. I didn't find it as hard yesterday. And week on week we're getting more and more progression in the gym, so we're getting more stuff. I think from when I first went, the very first time I went, I was out of breath like every single exercise, but now we're getting longer spells of doing the same thing, and we're managing to do like a sequence of things now, which is a lot better. But to be fair, I think if you persevere with it, you can keep going and keep doing stuff.
Yeah. And what about the impact on you mentally?
I feel a lot more positive. I do still have bad days, but that's just due to things in the past that have happened. So I feel more positive because I'm doing something. I think before it was easy just to walk into, say, takeaway in town and think, oh, I'm going to get a takeaway for my tea because I can't be bothered, or go to the pub, drink 8 or 9 pints or whatever. Now I think to myself, like I went with a friend a couple of weeks ago to the pub. I had 1 pint and then I went straight on to Slimline tonic water, which for me is a very hard thing to do from the way I've been in the past. I'm trying to avoid takeaways altogether now. In the last 2 to 3 weeks, I've been cooking like rice and chicken, adding bits of seasoning to it, little tomatoes, stuff like that. Just try to change what I'm eating, but still getting probably near enough the same volume of food, but just it's a lot healthier. So very good, because I've seen a result within 6 weeks of losing a little bit of weight, which is 2 stone. I mean, I've not really set myself a time limit with losing the 10 stone, because I think that's a little bit of pressure, but because I think that's what people think sometimes when they're losing weight. I want to lose this weight in 6 months, 12 months, and then when they don't lose it, they give up. And I think that's the problem. don't give up, because if you've got so far, you can keep going.
100%.
Yeah.
And it makes you feel more positive as well. You know, like the first few weeks, I'd lost nearly a stone, and then I put a little bit of weight back on, and then I've lost again. So, you know, when I put a bit of weight back on, I did feel a little bit down at first, but since then that's when I changed my eating habits as well a little bit.
Do you feel it's going? How proud of you?
I tell you what, I'm the happiest I've ever been in my life, working with Sam. To summarise what he's saying is, we've set him a programme, and what we're doing is we are adding progression to each and every week. With his walking and his gym work, he's building up better endurance. So like he said when he first started, he was getting very gassed, he was getting very exerted very quickly. Yesterday we went for a walk and he did not stop once, and it was on the steepest incline I've took him on. So it's showing. When I look at him, I can tell he looks healthier and he's starting to lose a bit of weight. And also his eating habits, like obviously going back to eating convenience foods when he felt like it, but now kind of showed him a bit of the ropes on what he should and shouldn't be eating, and he's sticking to it and it's showing. So I'm more than happy. As far as mood and happiness, when I see him always happy, he never complains, he gets in the gym and he works, and that is all I can ask for him. So well done, mate, that's off to you. But yeah, it's just we just bounce off each other. Like I needed him and he needed me. It's like a connection there, and it just shows in gym. Like everyone went behind Skipton is supporting us, and I think a lot of people who may be in his position as well have taken inspiration from it. We're going to arrange a walk up the Roman Road where we first originally went. We're going to arrange that at the end of March, and hopefully as many people as possible come out and walk, support Sam. So beautiful.
It's helping you
so,
as well, for mental health.
When I first started personal training in Skipton, I had absolutely no money whatsoever. I was kind of being depressed myself. You think when you first start, people are going to come want to train with you. It's not the case. And I thought I have to do something. I think outside the box. Think outside the box from every other personal trainer. I need to do something. And I already had it in my head, planned it out, but the documenting side is very important. So a lot of people respond to videos on social media, whereas pictures, everyone can do pictures and show videos of exercise, but actually transforming a man's life and getting it all on video is something I wanted to do. And since that, my people have been more interested, want to train with me, and I just get a happy reception of people around Skipton as well, which is nice to see. So,
yeah, cool. And what about kind of, we talked a little bit about mental health in terms of your mental health, Sam, but Kyle, especially since, you know, your friend passing, how is this helping, you know, and I know you want to raise awareness of that as well.
So yeah, the main part is it's not just about losing weight for me, it's a mental health side. At one point in my life, I was feeling so low that I felt like maybe doing something silly myself. I was working at McDonald's, felt like I was seriously underachieving. I was studying to be a personal trainer, but at the time it just felt like I were caged in a place that I couldn't get out, which I thought I know a lot of people right now are feeling that the same way. And I think it's very important that you understand that things like this take time. It's not going to come overnight. There's patience involved. You need to set a certain guidelines. You need to have a set goals that you need to try to accomplish, so you can look forward in life and try and reach them. That's how I think you get out of depression. Is try to find what you want to do, set small little chunks, little goals, and then put them into practice.
Yeah, and of course exercise we know is a brilliant way to improve your
100%,
mental health as well, so
100%.
It's a great thing to encourage people to do.
What he was going through in his head, and then he did what he did, and that there for me put life in perspective, that it's so short, it can happen, it can end at any time. So from that day I've had that attitude to just, I've had that attitude to live every day like it's your last, like you've got to. And when opportunities like today come around, we don't mess about, we come and do them, and we give our 100%, don't we, Sam? Yeah. Every time. Well,
I just spoke to Kyle about an idea for the summer as well, which is going to be a fair push, but I want to do it. We're going to try and do a charity event in the summer, so maybe we're going to start to look at the 3 peaks in the next couple of weeks. So my aim is to do one of the peaks first, then start at one, go and do the second, and then when I'm doing the 3 peaks, I'm going to do that for a charity event in the summer. So I'm going to build up to it, give myself a bit of time to build up to it.
Yeah.
So we've thought of a couple of ideas. I don't really want to put them out there yet, just because we've only just spoke about it, just in case anything changes. But the aim is to do something through the summer, so I'm going to start to push myself a bit more now to get ready for that.
Yeah.
And there's a few local things that are going on at the moment in Skipton, which then you've still got all the distance to go anyway, and it starts to become harder and harder every time you stop. So if you keep going with it, keep pushing yourself. I mean, plenty of people do push themselves day to day to do stuff, and it's for the better. So that's what I'm hoping to get out of it: better health for myself, and hopefully do the 3 peaks, just to show that someone that's big necessarily, you can still do the same things as people that are really healthy. So yeah, I won't have lost the 10 stone by then, but the aim is to try and get...
Tell me more about a different episode. How often are you doing them? Every week, or?
The documenting is very important to me. Like, this is why I've been trying to get... The thing is with the documenting, everyone sees the videos, but they don't understand how much time and effort it takes behind the camera, on the computer. I like to try and get one out every Sunday at least. And it's just going to go episode 1, episode 2. We might have like little walks in between, but I won't class that as an episode as such. And we're just going to build it up. We just build it up that way. And I know this time by end of March it's going to go somewhere. I just know it's just going to blow up. I know. I've known this since the first episode got released, and we documented it correctly. We just invested in a new Canon over here, which that were quite expensive, but it's all for the good cause, isn't it, Sam?
Yeah.
So. Yeah, and so you've had a great response so far.
100%.
Brilliant. And what do you hope to? What's your goal, or what would be the message that you really want?
My goal is exactly what Tyson Fury's done. He's come back from mental health. Yeah. If 2.5 years ago he took his own life, he'd have never ever been able to do what he did 2 weekends ago and knock out Deontay Wilder, one of the biggest heavyweights in the world, if not the most dangerous heavyweight in the world. And the exact same thing for me and Sam. If he'd have done something silly a few years ago, if I'd have done, we'd have never been able to do losing 10 stone and build something like we have. So it goes out to anyone who feels down at the moment or feels like there isn't a way out. There is a way out. You just need to try and stay positive, get a set of goals together, and you will get through it, I promise you, 100%.
And how important do you feel it is to kind of talk about this and talk about mental, and and kind of have this conversation, because as men as well, do you think that there's that?
The thing is, I think there's people professionally you can talk to, and professionals, they're all good and well, and people are... there's a difference between people that are willing to go and speak to professionals and that aren't. So some people that have got mental health won't go and speak to professionals, but if they can know that there's other people out there, they're willing to listen to them, willing to help them, even willing just to sit there and listen to them for half an hour, or as long as it takes, basically. Some people don't want to air their views in front of someone that's like got a degree as a professional, because they're worried about how they're going to be judged in a way. And I'm sure these professionals aren't judging them, but in people's head, when you've got mental health, you feel like you are being judged a little bit.
Yeah.
So the idea is not just about the weight loss, not just about the gym. The idea is to tell people there is other people that can talk to you other than just professionals.
Yeah. I'm excited, I really am. I'm in a happy place. Listen, 6 months ago, I was at McDonald's wanting to kill myself. Now we're on a radio station, Harrogate. Honestly, thank you very much. Thank you. Appreciate that. Was it white no sugars?
White no sugar for me, thank you. Of turning round whatever the problem is. It's not always possible, but you can try. And that's what it's about, really.
And you feel like that's kind of what Kyla's given you in that.
Yeah, definitely.
So how do you, I guess, kind of what did you ever think that, like a few months ago or before, that you would be in this position now and doing these
things? Probably last year I would say I'd just given up on myself most of the stage of last year. So even at the back end when I was getting sharp pains and stuff in my stomach, I was just thinking I'm never going to go anywhere with this, I'm just going to keep putting weight on. And I had the attitude that I just couldn't see a way out of it. I wasn't really thinking the gym. I weren't thinking anything before Christmas like that. But then I went away at Christmas and I was in Benidorm with some friends, and I realised when I was walking then, just even a little walk down, say, a flat street, because we walked from Benidorm Old Town down to the New Town, I just found it really hard. I managed it, but I did find it really hard, and I'm just thinking to myself, what are you doing to yourself? You know, you totally, you can't even manage a walk, which, you know, a young lad, 10 years old that was with us, he can manage it fine. And I just thought to myself, you've got to do something. Definitely.
Documentary then, I'll kind of follow your guys' progress.
Okay, so it's on Facebook, it's on Instagram, which is Kyle Mangan Coaching. It is on my Facebook, which is Kyle Mangan. It is on the Skipton Community Board. It will be everywhere. It's also on YouTube under the name Kyle Mangan. Solution to mental health as well, I think, is a lot of, I think about this the other night, is a lot of people like to have a picture of them smiling, but it never shows the true feelings what they're going through. And I feel like if people can just maybe get on video and connect to people that way, instead of just taking pictures of themselves, actually talk. I went the hard down or feeling depressed, being open about it, try to connect with people through social media, because I think nowadays, in 2020, that is how we all connect with each other. If we can just start getting people more open up on camera and come out of the shell and not have that anxiety of being bothered about what other people think of them, I think we can go a lot longer than the way we are going now, which is people staying in silence, suffering, maybe in their house and not talking about it. So, yeah, Kyle Mangan Coaching Instagram. Let's go.
Excellent. Guys, I'll leave it there. Is there anything else you would want to say we haven't covered?
Thank you very much for having us on.
Oh,
Thank
you're
you
so
very
welcome. No, thank you so much for coming in. It's a bit of a journey, so I really appreciate it.
No, it's all about building. That's what it is. Losing 10 stone. Morning.
Right, I'll sign you guys out. Thank you so much.
Okay.
So just keep us in touch, like if there's anything
100%.
else, so you
Yeah.
want charity stuff.
Yeah.
Just let me know. We'll give it a shout.
No worries.
That's great.
Good luck. Great to see you
Cheers,
guys.
thank you.
so much.
Get this on camera. So, interview done. Just completed it. I thought we absolutely smashed that. Run it out of the park. I thought you did spot on, Sam. Really did. So, footage will be uploaded soon. We're waiting on an iMac to come through. And when we do that, we'll edit it all and get it online. Watch this. Get out. I'm going to get out.
Do that. Oh.
Yes! Ready! Come on!
That's what you did at thing. Now you'll be on radio.
Getting better and better and better. Every week's getting better. 100%.
I bet you're on radio now doing that. I bet you just have to shout every time.
Right, so we'll go get something decent. We've got a Wetherspoons or something, I don't know. Fancy you get something to eat?
Yeah.
Absolutely ran out the park with that. I hope you got all the footage. Yeah? Really got all the footage, so we'll just keep it going continuously.
It's a shame that works straight.
Yeah, it'd have been good if that little building there had been Stay FM. But if anyone's watching this, losing 10 stone, March is going to be a beautiful month for us. We are just going to keep going up and up and up. And
So I've just thought about it then.
what?
That thing that I spoke to you about, that charity walk.
Yeah,
That's where we promote it.
yeah, Stray FM, yeah. Charity walk, we're going to sort that out. We're going to go first peak soon, aren't we, Sam?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sam's going to attempt the first peak. We've been building up training for it, and hopefully we're going to accomplish the first one. So.
This one I better do with the jabata. Me, I no get time, I did da. Dada cover my face, calling me like bad. Biggie man, we know they wear abada. Tell me, my nigga, what's it come? G-Wagon, all depend. Take your time, ride
halfway. Really windy. The steps are so steep that even I was struggling. How Sam managed to do it, I don't know. If you look up there, we've still got quite a while to go. But he's still pushing through. Sam said to me, after he fell over in mud, that drove him even further to get up this mountain. So that's what I'm going to do.
I had a mud bath.
Had a bit of a mud bath.
Which you can see.
He fell over.
Which is all good.
Yeah, you didn't hurt yourself though, did you?
No.
Good.
It went well.
Yeah.
Struggled a bit near the top, but
Yeah.
kept going.
If there were any people who were contemplating doing what you just did, what would you say to them?
Just keep going.
Good lad.
Don't stop until you get to the top.
There you
Oh,
go.
the girl, ride the wind. I know